Hello all, this is a video tutorial for the service module, which is part of Electrical Calc or e-calc, available on iPhone and iPad. This is the iPhone version we'll be looking at on the 5S. So let's get going into the service module. This will allow you to calculate single dwelling residential services only at this point, but we do plan on updating this to include commercial industrial. So when you first go in here, the first thing you're going to do is select your units you prefer, whether it be meter square or feet square. So let's go to feet square. Put in your main floor area. Let's say we're looking at a 1,500 square foot home. This is the upper livable area, so a second or third floor. So let's say this place has a 1,000 foot square upper floor. And this is the basement, which we'll say matches the main floor. Now we'll get our calculated area, 3250. These are results, they're green background, so you can't change them. They're just calculated results. And this is our watts that are going to be calculated based on our areas. So now you'll move your way down to your heating and cooling. If you're ever going to be using heating and cooling simultaneously, you need to click this on. For the most part, I think we don't use our heat and air conditioner at the same time, so we'll leave it off. Heat 0 if you have a gas furnace. We'll say that we do here, so we'll leave that at 0. Our cooling, we'll leave it a 3,800 watt AC unit. And of course, that'll give us our results. So now our watts that are going to be used for heating and cooling is the 3840 from our cooling. And we'll move down again. Here you'll be able to put in wattage for any electric ranges, wattage for any electric water heaters, wattage for your e-vehicle charger, and this is wattage for excuse me, any load over 1,500 watts. That is in addition to loads that haven't been added somewhere else. Then you'll get your total calculated load here. This last thing is just a wattage helper. A lot of times you'll have a voltage and current and you won't know the wattage, so you can type them in here. I don't know why you'd have a 600 volt load, but I'm just showing you how this works. Yeah, it's just a little helper to help get your wattage. It has nothing to do with your final calculation at all. So once you have all your wattages in here, you can go over to your second tab and your results will come up. These are all green, nothing can be modified, but it does show all your calculated wattages and your total demand amps at the end. So in this house, our total demand is only 74 amps. So it's going to bump our minimum service size up to 100. So this will be your meter base size, your wire size, your panel size. Everything will have to be sized for 100 amps. Based on that, this is your wire that you'll require. Here you can change a few things. We do this just because sometimes you might want to tweak things here. If you're very close to the 100 amps, you might want to change your wire size, up it or down it. As soon as you do that, it goes to a red box, just showing that it's not a calculated value anymore. It's a user edited value. At any time, you can just reset it, and it'll go back to the calculated value. And you'll see when I did that, it also changes your allowable ampacity, and it might change your bond sizes as well. You can also go to parallel runs here. You wouldn't usually be doing this for a service, but you can go to a parallel run at this point as well. That won't change right now because we have the wire forced to change. So as soon as I go to a parallel run, it's going to do nothing. But if this is a calculated value, it'll go to a parallel run of number 8s, which obviously makes no sense, but this is used in all our modules, so it's a standard. But I think in this module you'll want to leave that on a single run. Here you can change your wire temperature to get proper ampacities. Also, you can change to aluminum wire to get your proper ampacities and sizing for aluminum. And then it'll show your bond and ground sizes at the bottom here. As we move on, we'll get to our conduit. This conduit sizing will be based on the wire you're using, obviously. So this is giving us 1.25" for aluminum number 2 to power this service. This is the same thing. We can change this and it'll turn red, and we can also change our conduit type. This shows our wires that are required. We need 3 wires in there, our 2 hots and our neutral, and we can fit 5 wires in this conduit. And lastly, you can select your wire type. This is going to affect your conduit fill, so you'll want to make sure you get this right, whether you're using an RW or a T90 or whatever you're using. Make sure you get this right so you get your pipe fill right and your conduit sizing right. Also, all these have small text helps if you click on the question mark. And like all our modules, you can do multiple service calculations and select from them. So you can have a whole raft of calculations in here to work from. Of course, you can delete them with the trash can. You can get your general help up here, text help, and from our main menu you'll be able to print and get code references, email, and of course get your video tutorial. You can also reset the whole shebang from here if you're starting a new job or a new takeoff. And that's about it for the service module. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.